The pad, the crib, cabin, hut, flat, condo, shack, chalet. They all satisfy the basic human need for shelter. But within each structure, with the flick of a switch or the turn of a dial, there are hidden environmental costs. An estimated 40% of global energy consumption and a third of greenhouse gas emissions are the result of buildings. Construction and climate control are major energy drains. To house a growing population in a more sustainable way calls for rethinking the fundamentals. Could a house made of glass reveal a lesson in sustainability? In New Taipei City, a first-of-its-kind urban village is taking shape with the help of an innovative recycled glass material.
我们这个地方就是客厅的部分，电视墙就在这里哦。然后你以后煮菜的地方呢，就在我们这边。房子是盖给妈妈。 就是妈妈想要说，小孩子出外工作，然后假日有个地方让我们团聚。长辈可能早期都在台东的部落，像我妈们就可能喜欢一个部落，周遭的人就认识人住在一起。新北市政府提供了我们这个场地，部落自己的族人来组装，就是大家互相互助，把一间房子就是搭起来。
应该也会不错啦，因为这个颜色比较深嘛，然后它稍微有一点花样。
Architect Lai Zejun worked with the tribe to adapt the design to the community's needs.
当然，我们考虑当初的想法是结合原住民的生活的特性，然后去设计他们的居住的环境，可能房子是环保的啦，然后周边的环境有没有可能也是符合他们文化的习惯这样子？盖好了没？好了。
白天烤肉天。
待会可以一起烤肉吗？那在这一次的这个自力造屋的过程呢，就是说，他们也尽量自己去选择一些比较环保的材料。
Key to both ease of construction and reducing environmental impact are these recycled glass blocks. The raw material used for these new building blocks is piling up at one of Taiwan's leading recycling facilities. Materials expert T.A. Wu is bringing new thinking and new technology to a traditional glass recycling business.
In Taiwan, we are a small island. We don't have a lot of space can do landfill. So actually we need to use the resource very well.
Taiwan recycles over 90% of post-consumer glass, one of the highest rates in the world. And 100,000 tons per year is handled by this family enterprise.
I really think we need to do something value add. If we don't do this, who will do this?
But the boom in electronic devices has led to a challenging new waste stream. Can TA turn words into action and unlock its hidden potential? At Taiwan's leading glass recycling plant, materials expert T.A. Wu is on a mission to bring new thinking to a traditional industry. But his quest to invent value-added products has hit a roadblock, and it's growing bigger by the day. To the untrained eye, all glass may look the same. But this kind has a secret identity.
In Taiwan, because we manufacture a lot of LCD to the world, like a monitor or your iPhone, iPad. So if we don't tackle this material, it will be disposed and landfill. We start to thinking about how to make this LCD glass to be a value-add product.
Mineral additives make screen glass conductive, but also extremely hard to melt. Is there a way to turn this challenge into an asset? To find an answer, TA has to go back to school.
有一些它的发泡比较不完整，但是有一些它蛮奇怪，它的底部会有一个空。你觉得这可能是什么原因？
这个温度烧的温度太高了。
是。
He's started experimenting with a new material called foam glass, sponge-like insulation made by melting powdered glass, and he wants to consult with his mentor about producing it on a grand scale.
So I'm thinking about LCD probably can do foam process also. When I talked to Professor Wen, my teacher, about the foam glass, he said, it's very good idea. 这样就是未来的机会。
也是一个很大的一个回收的项目，也是可以当做一个我们这个对发泡玻璃的一个原料。
From the LCD glass being transferred to foam glass, it's a brand new idea and actually it's very tough to do this. From the laboratory scale to the production scale is totally different. All of the recipe need to be changed because some condition is changed from laboratory to mass production. We do a lot of failed samples, I think over 3 months. We didn't work even one piece.
TA may have a material science degree, but the company also has an expert with the accumulated knowledge of 5 decades on the job. His father, company founder Chun Tzu-Wu.
My father inspired me. He works for the 50 years for glass recycling. So he handles a lot of the waste for the Taiwan, for the earth, for the world. When you do something very long time, you can get some very special technique. It's like the accumulative knowledge.
TA seeks his father's advice on the foam glass production problems.
这块材料为什么会用 TFT 下去磨？
The elder Wu gives TA suggestions and pressure to produce results. The heat is on as TA seeks to create an entirely new building material. Materials expert TA Wu wants to breathe new life into traditional recycling. A new waste stream, LCD glass for electronic devices, is piling up, but his attempts to transform it into an innovative foam glass building material have been unsuccessful. If the process fails, it isn't only his reputation on the line, but his family's. He heads back to the factory, and months of trial and error, tweaking the production process. LCD panel glass is broken up and crushed into powder. A 100-ton silo is filled with the powdered screen glass. The recipe also includes a foaming agent and mineral additives. After the ingredients are mixed together, heat approaching 1000 degrees Celsius is applied to the glass cake batter, melting the material and triggering a reaction that produces gas bubbles. The slabs of foam glass continue to rise as they are set to cool like giant brownies. The reaction slows as the material solidifies, trapping the bubbles inside and creating the closed cell structure that is key to its insulating ability. The slabs are removed from their molds and cut into uniform size. If the special recipe has been followed precisely, the material composition, bubble cell size and density will give the foam glass its superpowers.
So when I first trial run works, actually everybody feel very exciting, say, wow, finally we did it.
With commercial production a success, they have created the world's first foam glass blocks made from recycled LCD screen glass. Production shifts into high gear, supplying building projects in Taiwan, Singapore and beyond. Back at the urban village, future residents can build knowing the material they use is a recycled product that helps solve a waste problem.
我们知道的是，因为这是废弃用的玻璃跟那个手机的玻璃的那个面板，然后去加工做节能砖。然后，那我们的环保意识也慢慢变高，就是想说用比较节能的方式来去施作这间房子。
Over 10 times lighter than concrete and easily assembled in a metal frame, the foam glass also gives the community's DIY construction a speed boost.
外墙的节能砖的组装的时候是一对夫妻，好带2个人，然后他们可以自己有一个人搬这个砖嘛，一个人做一个组合，然后他们觉得说不错，符合他们自力造屋的精神。
哦，漂亮！施工真的很快啦，那是简便。那其实部落的人就一间搭起来示范的，搭起来之后，后续就大家都熟了，就是熟能生巧，就一户这样接着下去。
Aside from the benefits of using recycled material and their ease of assembly, these foam glass blocks have a few more tricks up their sleeve. An experiment at the factory will demonstrate what happens when foam glass meets fire. Gas burners will be lit underneath both the foam glass blocks and conventional bricks. TA measures the beginning temperature of each material. The gas is lit. If the foam glass blocks are fireproof, they won't burn. If they are effective thermal insulators, they should keep the candles from melting. After about 20 minutes, the candles on top of the bricks begin to melt. Meanwhile, those atop of the foam glass blocks haven't broken a sweat. The burners are turned off. But some dripping wax causes a little excitement on set. With the fire extinguished, TA takes a final temperature reading. The brick surface has reached over 130 degrees Celsius, while the foam glass has remained a comfortable 40 degrees. The high melting point of LCD glass has become a fireproofing asset, and the closed cell structure of foam glass provides insulating power to reduce energy use. The future residents of the urban village will be able to rest easy.
它的节能砖的部分，我们现在用起来，隔音的话，隔音效果还算不错。然后再来就是隔热，因为我们有比过，外面的温度跟里面的温度是差很多。太阳的在曝晒过来的话，这个会有温度。那我们在摸节能砖，它是没有温度。
The materials the village chose for their house design are an example of a new way of thinking about waste, from an innovator reinventing the recycling business.
If at first you just think it is waste, you will not think a lot of things about this. But if you think it's new raw material for other industry, you can invent something very cool in the future.
And the Urban Village project has larger lessons for how comfort, community, safety and sustainability can coexist.
就说其实社区可以更环保，每一个人之间的关系可以更好。那其实这个概念在现代的社会也慢慢有在推广，它可以改变人们对盖房子的观念。
An innovative process applied to glass waste has produced safe